The guest. I have discovered my deep, deathless being, masked by my front of mind, immense, serene. It meets the world with an immortal seeing, a God spectator of the human scene. No pain and sorrow of the heart and flesh can tread that pure and voiceless sanctuary. Danger and fear, fate's hounds, slipping their leash, rend body and nerve. The timeless spirit is free. Awake, God's ray and witness in my breast, in the undying substance of my soul, flame like, inscrutable, the almighty guest. Death nearer comes, and destiny takes her toll. He hears the blows that shatter nature's house. Calm sits he, formidable, luminous. The inner sovereign. Now, more and more, the epiphany within affirms on nature's soil his sovereign rights. My mind has left its prison camp of brain. It pours a luminous sea from spirit heights. A tranquil splendor waits my force of life, couched in my heart to do what he shall bid, poising wide wings like a great hippogriff on which the gods of the Empyrean ride. My senses change into gold gates of bliss, and ecstasy thrills through touch and sound and sight, flooding the blind material sheets dull ease. My darkness answers to his call of light. Nature in me one day, like him, shall sit, victorious, calm, immortal, infinite. Creation. Since thou hadst all eternity to amuse, O sculptor of the living shapes of earth, O dramatist of death and life and birth, world artist revelling in forms and hues, hast thou shaped the marvel of the whirling spheres, a scientist passing nature through his tubes, and played his numbers, measures, theorems, cubes, O mathematician mind that never errs, building a universe from thy theories? Protean is thy spirit of delight, craftsman minute and architect of might, world adept of 1,000 mysteries. Or forged some deep necessity, not thy whim, fate and inconscience and the net of time. A dream of surreal science. One dreamed and saw a gland write Hamlet, drink as the mermaid, capture immortality. A committee of hormones on the Aegean's brink composed the Iliad and the Odyssey. A thyroid, meditating almost nude under the bow tree, saw the eternal light, and rising from its mighty solitude, spoke of the wheel and eightfold path, all right. A brain, by a disordered stomach driven, thundered through Europe, conquered, ruled, and fell. From St. Helena went perhaps to heaven. Thus wagged on the surreal world, until a scientist played with atoms and blew out the universe before God had time to shout. The little ego. This puppet ego the world mother made, this little profiteer of nature's works, her trust in his life tenancy betrayed, makes claim on claim, all debt to her he shirks. Each movement of our life our ego fills, inwoven in each thread of being's weft. When most we vaunt our selflessness, it steals a sordid path. It steals a sordid part, no corner void is left. one way lies free, our heart and soul, to give our body and mind to thee and every cell, and steeped in thy world infinity to live. Then, lost in light, shall fade the ignoble spell. Nature, of her rebellion quit, shall be a breath of the Spirit's vast serenity. Moments. If perfect moments on the peak of things, these tops of knowledge, greatness, ecstasy, are only moments, this too enough might be. I have put on the rapid flaming wings of souls whom the ignorance black-robed nature brings, and the frail littleness of mortality can bind not always. A high sovereignty makes them awhile creation's radiant kings. These momentary upliftings of the soul prepare the spirit's glorious permanence. The peace of God, a mighty transience, is now my spirit's boundless atmosphere. All paths are gathered into a timeless whole. All moments blaze in an eternal year.